Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Let me adjust a little bit of the picture screen while I'm here. And there we go. Try to get more in depth with this conversation. Alrighty. So hopefully you're part of my notification squad and you'll be able to get a whole bunch of things going on. Nick, what's going on? And I'm just going to discuss, mini Z's, what you should buy, the differences between the two different types of RCs, and what's happening with the racing. Joe, what's going on? Anyway, once again, if you like these live streams that I'm doing, definitely give me a thumbs up. It does help out my channel. Lewis LPRC, yo, dude, man, I was doing that last race and my RC wasn't counting. Should have won that last race. I ended up watching it again. I'm like, wait a minute, it didn't count like 6 laps. So, yeah, I was kind of pissed off at that. But it is what it is. We'll try out for the next 2 weeks and work on it. Warhawk Legends. Almost time for eRevo 2.0. I think it's going to be either this Friday or next Tuesday that the Revo will be in people's hands. And as you guys well may know, it will definitely be in my hands. So I want to give you guys the first in-depth look on the new mini e-Revo and also my opinion, and I'll have another one. So we're definitely going to do an in-depth look on the e-Revo. Like I said, I think it's going to be either this Friday or next Tuesday, from what I understand. So I'll have that in my lessons. What time do you think you will do it? I will find out the day before or possibly the day of, and I'll put you on the notification unboxing. Then I'll drive out to the hobby shop and start doing in-depth review because I know other companies are doing reviews of this RC that already have it, like magazine companies, and they're trying to do their unboxing versions. But you and I and all the other people that are watching YouTube, we're just the regular guys. So what's going on, Miami? I don't even know how to say your name. Nah, wait, nah, I can't even say it. I got Drezzy, Naughty Drezzy, Naughty Drezzy, wait, no, I butchered your name. But that being said, Jumpstart RC. Hey, have you looked at the GLA cars? I may get one at Micro Rolly Rally. I have not looked into that as of yet. Anyway, so I'll start off the conversation with the with the e-Revo that's coming out. Like I said, either it's coming out Friday. Holy Ghost Riders, what's going on? Either it comes out Friday or it comes out on Tuesday, from what I understand. And Long Island Speed, what's going on? So I'll have that in my hands coming up very, very soon. Also, from what I understand, the UDR is coming out in the beginning of March or mid-March, so we'll see what happens. Financially, I can get both RCs, so I'm not too worried about it. So we'll see what happens in the near future. I'm just giving you a quick discussion of the mini Zs. I know a few people have asked me questions when I did the live video, the differences between the two and what's initially transpired with my brushed RC. So, did I decide? No, I did not decide which color. Whatever color that won, I'm gonna put it up there, and I'll just go over through the votes. These people ordered this, wanted this color, so that's what I'm getting. So that's primarily what I'm gonna be doing. All right, so this is my Mini Z brushed edition. I told you guys beforehand, I ended up cracking the chassis, which the original chassis looks like this, and that cracked. So I ended up going with a kind of like a low center of gravity chassis from PN Racing. I ended up doing racing on Friday. You guys were able to check out that video. I ended up losing the last race, but the cool thing about it was when I ended up checking out the return video, I technically won because my tachometer wasn't counting because I had it all the way up here. But now that I mounted it over there, it's able to count now. But the differences between this chassis and the regular chassis, as you can see, the batteries go in here from the sides. On the PN Racing, the batteries go underneath, which is kind of a little weird because I've never dealt with that. A lot of people race like that, but that's primarily the way it looks. This is my brushed edition. As you guys know, I'm very famous to doing the wire mesh, and people are kind of surprised that I was able to do wire mesh this small and also able to mount it up where it doesn't give me any interference from my little diff right there. So it came out pretty well. Any noticeable handling difference between? Yes, there is a noticeable difference when I was driving it. It stuck to the ground just a little bit more. Remember, I've always raced with a stock chassis, but definitely worth getting the PN chassis. The only thing I would say about the PN chassis is once you start transferring over from this stock to the lower center of gravity, to me this lower center, it hugs the ground a lot better. It it sucks. I mean, when I tell you it's a long process, it's not easy. Special thanks to Dan from Hobby Heroes. He, in actuality, was able to get me into racing mode on Friday, so I was definitely cool to have that. Did you even do you think it would be fun to even if you didn't have a track? You could do this in your garage. I mean, they do sell tracks, so $300 you get a track, get a few friends, and have them all chip in. Yeah, I was going to say you got robbed that night. You were in second, then all of a sudden you were in last. Well, what happened was that this wasn't counting, and it didn't count 6 laps. If you're able to check it, it's at 2 hours and 20 minutes. I think that's where I put it on. And next while this car was winning. I had the fastest lap time. Even with me having the body pop off twice, I was still up, laps. And all of a sudden it came in last, which I was kind of annoyed. They kept on telling me it started counting. It was counting, but it really wasn't. If you definitely check out that video, you'll be able to see. So, but the thing is that they built it, realistically speaking, 5 minutes before I even, started racing. So I wasn't able to tune the diff. I wasn't able to see the type of tires. I didn't even know how to drive this vehicle. So I think I did pretty well for a person that's never driven a totally different modified RC. The shocks weren't adjusted. Nothing was, dialed in, which usually I try to dial these things in and I didn't. But, with the short period of time, they were able to get all my components onto this RC, which is definitely a cool thing. And I was happy with the results for the way the car drives. Wasn't happy with the outcome, but realistically speaking, we won that race. So, so that being said, this is the brushed edition with the different type of PN chassis. As you can see, it does set up a little bit differently. I'm almost done working on my brushless edition. The brushless edition does have a 12,000. Let me see if I can focus in. There you go, 12,000 kV motor. I'm sure you guys can see that. There you go. 12,000 kV motor, which a lot of people are like, yo, that's crazy. You definitely have to dial down the throttle control on a brushless edition like this. Now, as you can see, my wires are sticking up like this. I'm just going to put these leads directly solder them into the board. Once I do that, you won't be able to see these wires just flickering around like this. And then once that's installed, I'll be able to dial this in, test it out, and utilize the new type of controller that I'm going to be able to utilize both. You came first, 1 lap ahead of everybody. I watched the whole video. Ah, my man Eli, thank you. At least you saw that video, bro. I was so yo, I was like, yo, what the hell's going on here? I was like, yo, I'm doing good lap times. And I'm like, how the hell did I come in last? So I'm not gonna be there next Friday, but I will be there the following Friday. I have to finish up my tattoo, which I'll give you guys a little quick visual. A lot of people don't even get to see this, a different side of the things that I do, but I will show you this. I'm almost done with it. Me doing my whole piece. I still have a lot more to set this tattoo up, but it will be done sooner than later. So that's primarily it. How much does the mini one you're holding cost? This one, out the box, you're looking at $229. With all the modifications that I put onto this, I'm looking at almost $500, mostly because of the independent suspension. The independent suspension does cost a little bit. It's pretty pricey. What you're looking at to I need some of the racing vids. And wait, I seen some of the racing. Oh, cool, man. Independent suspension is going to cost you like $100 something, 120 maybe, with all the little knickknacks that you have to buy for that. Then also, I do have the titanium screws, hex screws all around. I did buy the body mount, which it's a little carbon fiber. You put that on there. Aluminum side for the battery hold downs. The RC comes with the carbon fiber with the shock and everything like that. I do have to take this apart, put shock oil in there. Also, it does come with a diff, which is a cool thing. I do have to change out the diff for a PN Racing because I want to run a different type of pitch. Also, these tires, I just had these tires available just to put them on, but I have to change them out. The composite's going to be 20 in the front and 10 in the rear just to make it a little bit stickier. Uh, what MAHs of batteries do you use? The MAH batteries I use is a 750. I will come across and talk to you about the batteries as well. This is my little battery holder. Also, PN Racing does supply a battery holder that you have right there. I do have different types of batteries that I utilize. When the batteries are dead, I flip them over like this. But when they're live, I still recharge them just to have them at peak power. But this is a 900 mAh, longer run time, but doesn't have as much punch. Then also I have another Orion. This is an 800 high volt, which is a pretty cool. And then I have my little blue ones, which is the 750s, and these are super high output batteries. And I recently just started acquiring the PN Racing, which has 750. Let me see, focus. 750. So basically, the lower in the number that you're going, you're gonna get higher punch on your RC. But it does come with a con. The con is that if it's a long race, they do die out quick. So you do have to do one good race and have high output on there. A lot of guys, just a little bit of tips and tricks that a lot of guys utilize when they start, which I do have to buy because I know a few people do this. So, where is it? Somewhere around here. Let me see if I have it over here. Bum, 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 bum. No, I do not. It's somewhere around here. Let me see if I have it in here. No. Well, I gotta look for it. So basically, there is a component that you are able to buy. The component, in actuality, what it does is it drains the battery out to its most lowest part possible, and then you charge them up, and then you're able to get the highest output on your batteries as well. Now, a lot of things people are doing that I'm going to buy initially very soon is that they have this little machine where they in actuality true these tires down to where they almost become they become like slicks, and they become very very sticky. But it's I think Eli, if I'm not mistaken, it's like around 150 to $175. A lot of people utilize that, and their cars A become a little bit faster. I don't know why, but I see this. And B, you're able to get a definitely better ride on your RC with the composites that you're utilizing for the Mini Z Racing. Now, big ups to my friend Eli that's on there. He's raced throughout the years. He ended up getting an injury. Now he's recently just back at Hobby Heroes, now racing again. So it's definitely fun seeing him out there doing his thing. Now, you guys well may see that I do have these two type of Honda vehicles. I believe they're Audis. But realistically speaking, these are my show bodies. The body that I utilize to race is this is my Ferrari 599XX. That's the one that you see on the track mostly. I ended up having to put a wing on it for a downforce. Also, people think I paint this. No, it's just vinyl decal that I put on there to match up everything. And as you can see, this is all the tire treads that rip on there and stuff like that. So the Red Bandit, yeah. So initially when I first started, a lot of people, said, because I used to have a bumper on this RCs, so I used to bump a lot of these guys continuously. So there, one of the guys over there that works over there, his name is George. He ended up naming this RC, which he called Ricochet. So I said, you know what, that name should stick. So I ended up naming this RC Ricochet, which is definitely a cool thing to have. I thought it was kind of comical when he did that. But I need to name this RC once it does go on the track. I'm going to name this one. This most likely is going to have a police theme. So a few things that I'm going to add on to this. It's going to be a police body, and also I'm going to have LEDs flashing. Nothing too heavy, but enough to to flash as I'm racing on the track. A lot of people are going to get annoyed with that, but we'll see what happens. But that's primarily it. If you are looking to get racing onto mini Z's. There's a lot of things that go into it. You are able to get a ready to run mini Z for around $160, which is a brushed edition, which has a 70 turn motor. They do give you a little bit of a little controller, but you do have to buy the batteries as well. Always buy rechargeable batteries for that, and also when you start racing a little bit better. Oh, the dude that kept on flipping, yeah. If the KV is the motor, wait, if the KV is the motor, how fast or slower? Well, they do have motors, brushed motors that have uh like I think it's like a 32 or 34. I'm not too sure, and those are faster motors. I'm Eli. If you're still on, definitely give me an input on that because I've never ran with that different type of motor. But there are sections that you're utilizing once you're doing these type of runs with your RC. Now on the brushed edition, if your pinion is too big, like people like to put bigger pinions, but it does interfere with the board that's inside here. You might burn out the board if you're going beyond its measurement of what's happening over there. So a lot of people have burnt boards, and what they do is that they transfer these type of boards into an ASF board. Now, when I talk about ASF systems and all different types of other systems, there are different types of remote controls that you have better accuracy and everything like that because you are running smaller RCs. Now, the cool thing about having those type of controllers is that they are dialed in like you would not believe. The problem with that is they are very, very, very expensive. A controller, the controller that I'm going to buy is going to give me the adaptation of utilizing both these RCs at the same time with just one controller. Both of them are ASF. So once I do purchase that, which I believe it's coming out, I think it's around 400 something dollars. So have you been watching any of the Olympics? A few people from Long Island are in the Olympics, but I don't know how good we're doing in the Olympics at this point. Yeah, RC for life. What's going on? But Chris, what's going on? Let me see. So that being said, that's what you're looking to get into when you're doing mini Z racing. Now, DJ Medic, who is Aaron from RC Spark Studios, he in actuality built a mini Z track in his garage, which is cool. I'm surprised he hasn't done any videos as of late. I don't know if it took off or what's initially happening with his mini Z track or anything like that. I thought it was pretty cool. I know he does check out a few of my videos to get a little bit of tips and tricks into beating up his friends when he's mini Z racing. But he sees the way we race at Hobby Heroes, and there's a few other RC tracks around the United States that do mini Z racing. It is huge in Japan and all over Europe where they have these elaborate places where they have even hills, and it looks like a Formula One track. But this is the track that we have at Hobby Heroes is very, very, very technical. And if you're able to handle a technical track as like the one in Hobby Heroes, you're able to, bump up to a 110 scale RC and race really, really well with these type of RCs. Especially if you're going brushless, it does give you it gives you a better accuracy time because your reaction time is going to be a lot tighter because these RCs, if you've watched any of these videos of the RCs going pretty fast, these guys are doing 6 second laps. So that's pretty intense when you're utilizing your controller and stuff like that and starting to get into all the turns that are happening right there. So if you do plan to purchase a mini Z and you're trying to do it for your few of your friends that are over there around your neighborhood, recommendations: go brushed. No reason to go brushless unless you want to go a little bit crazy and then you're out of class, if anything like that. You can get a crew of let me see. Gio, have you ever seen or heard of anyone putting electronics capable of a 10S, 12S running that X Max? Yes, there are a few electronics that are running 10 to 12. I believe the ESC, I'm not too sure what the name of the company is. You'll see it on there's a video out there with somebody that has two of them on a low C5T, and that thing is beast. But those ESCs are around $700 each, which is insane. at $1,400 into one RC just for an ESC is pretty crazy. But people have done a lot more crazier things and to try and get in speeds and the type of power and a whole bunch of other things. So that's probably yeah. MGM is the 10S ESC. Thank you very much, Long Island Speed. Talking about Long Island Speed, that's going to be happening very soon. To once the weather starts going up, I'm going to be meeting up with a few of the guys that are over there. From what I understand, they're in Central Islip, or maybe they moved. I'm not too sure. But I'm setting up two RCs to do speed runs as of right now. So we'll see what happens in the near future. I will be filming a lot of the guys who are doing their speed runs and also showcasing their YouTube channels. Because definitely I want to show love to a lot of guys that are doing these type of. Thank you very much for keeping me posted. I definitely want to give a lot of love to a lot of guys that are doing these type of speed runs and stuff like that. I've done speed runs throughout the years, and I haven't, really done. Have you seen the dude hydroplaning a low C5 across the pond? I have not. I will look into that. There's one capable of 16S. Put a link on Instagram. You see, 16S. The only thing I've ever seen doing that kind of setup would be helicopters. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me what guys are doing and experimenting with and stuff like that. And the warranties on these companies are pretty good, so you're able to burn out an ESC and get another one. You don't really have to tell them what happened. Just return it and they'll give you another one or repair what you got. But 9 times out of 10, they'll just give you another one. So that being said, I'm glad you guys were able to stop by, check out what's in the sea, what you need. Now, there's a lot of things that you need when you start doing mini Z racing. I mean, I got a whole bunch of tools. If I take this thing over here, under my secret compartments, I have two of these. This is from Huddy, very expensive, very very expensive type of tools and also stuff that you can utilize with your RCs. I have this set up to where I'm able to get to a lot of parts that I have already on my Mini Z already. So, I'm able to section everything out as much as I can. And there go a lot of the screws that I utilize. I have two of these boxes in there. There's my T-plate and a few other things that I'll probably never use. But a few of the tires and rims. I have another box over there with tires and rims and stuff like that. Aluminum stuff. So, yeah. So this is primarily what you need to do. I mean, you don't have to get too elaborate with all the stuff that I have, but something. His channel is Gigawatt. Yo, do me a favor. When the video is over, put a comment on the bottom because it's gonna erase when I have it. I mean, because I see it right here, but it's gonna erase once this video is over. So definitely put it in the comment section so I can see this. Long Island Speed says a lot of the speedrun guys have been doing a lot of drag racing. Gonna be able to big speedrun events every week now. A lot of the drag racing is huge in the Bronx. Guys throwing up big money to do that. He converted it to 12. Okay, Nick says he converted to 12S, but he killed the ESC the first run on the water. Wow. Walk Legend says you can get one on eBay, 16S for $330. Yeah, that's for ballers. So, that being said, look, either this Friday or next week, the minute it happens, I'm already clearing out my schedule. The E-Revo will be in my hands. I will have it available towards me. I will do a live unboxing video. I'll go into all the nitty gritty stuff. I'll go section out the box, showing you guys what the box is all about, seeing what type of tools are in there, which are probably going to be the same things, but what else are they giving you that in their little carry box. I will have another E-Revo over there, or I'll bring my E-Revo just to give it a comparison between the two. Because I know you guys want to see what's the comparison between the two. You guys know you're getting, X-Max parts that are in there, which is like the drive line, the diffs and everything like that. But I definitely want to check out the new tires that they have there, the way the body installs. People are very interested about the way the body setup is. The cage that's around the shocks, people are very interested about that. The Mod 1 pinion, they're very interested about that as well. How it sets up in the transmission and stuff like that. I think the one thing I noticed on the new Revo is that the center drive line was still plastic. From what I understand, maybe not. I think it is, but I'm kind of surprised that they would just leave that part plastic because on my E-Revo, it's metal. But with RCs, they always want you to upgrade. That's where the money's at. Upgrading and customizing their RCs. This at one point was $160. Now I'm way more into it than $160. So that is the nature of the hobby. I mean, you do get quality stuff, but you definitely have to spend once you want to customize your RCs to have your take on what the RC should look like. The one he's talking about is by VPX Racing 400 amps 16. That's nice. I would love to see someone do that. The Axeman will run up to 10 to 12S. Yeah, that would hold up. Um, like I said, for you, Warhawk Legend, just leave a comment after the video so I can actually do a little bit of research on that, and we'll see what happens. So, hopefully this video was informative to you. If you guys are able to, definitely check out the races that I do. I do post up races all over the place, and it's usually on Fridays when I'm starting to race, which is a cool thing. It will be at Bruckner Hobbies, Hobby Heroes in the Bronx, New York. If you guys are ever bored, you guys will definitely have a notification when I'm going to be there. I will not be there on Friday because, like I said, I'm finishing up my tattoo. As of right now, I got 4 more hours to finish that up, and then I'm probably going to be working on another tattoo very soon, so we'll see what's happening. But like I said, once again, hopefully this video was informative to you. I like to keep you guys on point with what's sincerely transpiring in the RC world. And as of right now, from what I understand, on the Traxxas UDR, the orange and white one is winning. And for the new E-Revo, it's very, very close on which one I'm going to get. And that's the new RC. Am I going to be able to afford the new TRX4, the one I've been waiting for, the Bronco? I don't know. I'm at the point of selling my Yetis, all my Yetis. So we'll see what happens. All my Yetis are brand new. All my Yetis are customized, and I haven't done anything with that. So you see Losi coming out with Desert Buggy too. I heard about it. I have not seen it, but that's definitely good information for you to tell me. But if there's ever a Losi I'm going to get, it would be the 5T. I'm just waiting for Losi to say, you know what? It's about time. Let's go electric 5T. So we'll see what happens with that in the near future. And Lord knows that's going to cost a pretty penny once they start utilizing electric. I mean, gas is inexpensive, but once they start going electric, it's going to be pretty insane. So that's primarily it. So yeah, so definitely look what I just got. I'm probably corny, but there's my fat Yoshi that they ended up buying over there. So I seen the 5T video of it on 12S. It was insane. Yeah, I mean, people are doing a lot of things with everything. Have you seen the new J Concepts Kingsley mud truck for the Axio? I have. Somebody sent me a picture of that. Um, there are so many things I want to get. I mean, the problem is that I have too many hobbies. I'll tell you which hobbies I have. I love, love, love collecting movies. I'm a huge movie fanatic. I mean, huge, huge, huge movie fanatic. Also, I do. Nick, thank you for stopping by, bro. I really appreciate it, my man. I'll catch you. And he was the number one. So, number one, Nick. Um, I have many hobbies that I do. I do mountain bike riding. If you guys have ever checked out my channel, you'll see a very customized Cannondale. I'm very much into movies. I'm very much into motorcycle riding. I do collect toys that I'm passionate about growing up. Transformers, Voltron, stuff like that. I'll collect stuff like that. I've always been a collector of things as a kid growing up. Between me collecting comics and then started collecting a whole bunch of other things. But yeah, I do play video games. For you guys ever check me out on PlayStation, it's GeoStealth R169, and on the Nintendo Wii, the Nintendo Switch, I'm Stealth R1. So just a little bit of heads up. If you guys play Mario Kart, I'm gonna throw you a beat and just give you a heads up on that one. But that being said, I'm glad you guys were able to stop by. I love to bring you a lot of the new content that's happening out there. I like to debate a lot of the things that are happening out in the RC community. Um, 6ix9ine. Yo, let me see. Where do I have this at? Um, yeah, let me see if I can find it. No, I don't think I can find it. Wait, hold on. Possibly. All right. if you guys ever noticed my mountain bike has the number 69 on it. And let's see if I'm able to put. I don't even think I have it on this thing. Bum, 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 bum. Oh man, I don't even have it on this thing. Wait a minute. I think I have a broken phone. All right, let's go to the broken phone. The broken phone always works. Let me see. Alrighty. On the broken phone. Aha. I don't know if you guys are able to see this. Tap Money, what's going on? There is me and my old motorcycle, and I was 24 years old. And if you guys can notice quickly, there is the 69 on there. And let me see if I got another one. Hold on. Um, hmm. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know if you can. Aha! All right, so you see my mountain bike, right? If I zoom in on this bad boy, you can't even see that. It's somewhere around there. Hold on. I got a better picture of this thing. Somewhere in the abyss. This is a very old picture of my bike. There you go. 6'9". And that's my mountain bike over there. So I'm so pissed off because I ended up mountain bike riding the other day, and I got a flat tire in the front. So I just dropped that thing. I was so pissed off at it. I said, I hate you. So I was like, all right, I'll leave it there. So, oh, I think you should be able to see it right here. Yeah, possibly not. It's too white. There you go. But yeah. So I'm glad you guys were able to stop by. I really appreciate my man Tap Money. I was hoping to see you, bro. I was in Philly, man. Thank you, man. That's when I was a young buck, doing endos and stuff like that. So I think I have a picture of my other bike without showing you my grill. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. Let me see if I could showcase this to you without showing me. Okay. There is my other bike when I had this. And that is my other Yamaha R1. That's when I had that in silver, and there's me putting my arms on it. So that's my boy. But anyway, I'm glad you guys were able to stop by. I really appreciate all you guys that come to my channel. Most of the guys I'm getting very familiar with, like Nick. I'm getting familiar with him. Warhawk Legend 69 always there. Tap Money, yo, you and I have been there since the beginning. You're always the best. Back in the days, he used to be Monfidel 1, I believe. You know, and I'm getting more and more familiar with a lot of the guys that are coming in to watch Long Island Speed. He comes in a lot. Who else comes in here? Which RC Fly, if I always see him. I've been seeing Chris lately. I didn't even Flaherty. I'd probably say Elias. He's he's one of my boys that he actually sees who I am. JB3RC, I just noticed him coming in. Holy Ghost, pretty new. Jumpstart, I've seen. Naughty Drez, I've seen, I think, once, twice. And Joseph Erickson, he's always there. Definitely cool support. I really appreciate that. So, once again, let me go. You notice the screen shaking because I'm moving everything. So, oh yeah, Oh, Lewis. All right, my man. So, yeah, you're normally here. Definitely cool. So I'm very glad that you guys are able to check out, all the stuff that I do. Like I said, February, March should be very interesting with the new RCs that are coming out. For the new E-Revo, I am definitely going to shoot a run video. I've done run videos when I did the X-Max. I did a few run videos with the X-Max, but I will definitely... Geo's pick starting at 2,500. Yeah, people definitely. I mean, if you ever come to Brooklyn Hobbies, you'll definitely meet up with me over there. It's weird because a lot of people hear my voice and they're like, "Yo, you're Geo," and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, man?" So Yeah, definitely, man. You know, it's definitely a cool thing when I'm able to interact with a lot of people that don't even know who I am, and they meet up with me and stuff like that. They're like, "Oh my god, dude, I've checked out your channel for a long time and stuff like that." So, with the content that I try to bring to you is all, it's not only representing new types of RCs that come out there, which I do like to do cool unboxings before anybody else, but I do like the customizations of the RCs. Like I have a whole bunch of custom parts ready to install into the X Max. A lot of stuff. I think at $300 or $400 worth of stuff in the X Max that I need to install that I have to do videos for, which will be happening very soon once I get the opportunity to do that. And then you'll see the regular showcase videos that I do the installation stuff and with the splash and whoosh, Geo Stealth R1 and all that other stuff. So that's when I start doing video editing and stuff. So, but I like to do the live things to where I'm interacting with you face to face and answering, well, not face to face, but interacting with you. And Vox Magna, I see him a lot as well. So, definitely thanks for you guys who are into the notification thing. If you do love the live video content, definitely give me a thumbs up. It does help out syndicate a lot of the stuff that's out there for you guys to check out. So, rate, comment, subscribe, and tell my fellas up on YouTube. Later.